All right, many of you asked about an update on the property situation. I'm going to show it to you right here. I'm on the property in question. I'm actually standing on our legal right-of-way, and just going to explain to you what's going on here, and just kind of tell you what's going to have to happen. Let me just flip this around. Okay, now here's the legal situation. Right there is the legal, this is the road that comes in. Our deed stipulates that our right-of-way measures from the center of that, the existing right-of-way, okay? This legal easement right here. It's a 3-rod right-of-way. 1 rod is 16.5 feet. So it's basically 49.5 feet is our legal right-of-way. So it's, in other words, it's essentially like 50 feet. So just under 50 feet. That concrete block right there, the whole way over to that one right there. That is where our easement is, okay? So, right over here on that tree, I'm not going to show the sign, but right there is the auction sign. This place is now going up for auction, which is a real issue. But let me just show you here what's going on. I am standing, basically, this is the existing road that came into the property. Our land is way back in that way, okay? What they did is they put this trailer on here. This was not here when we first bought our land. That concrete pad was not there. And there's a sewage drainage field down there that was not there. They did all this, and what they did is they switched our gravel right-of-way over to here. So now what they're doing is they're saying, well, it still is 50 feet from here. This building was there, from there to here. One big problem. This is not 50 feet. So even if you want to switch our road, which was illegal to do, over to here, to that section where all that oil spill is there from the slob that used to live here. And I got to say this too, this guy was from New York. He was not somebody from Maine, a native to Maine. So people up in northern Maine are good people. They wouldn't do this kind of junk, but it's not 50 feet from here to here. The town that this is in, Littleton, Maine, is where this property's at. The town actually fined him for putting this illegally on our easement, but they didn't make him move it. Now figure that one out. Okay, they made money off of him violating our easement, but they left it there. Okay, totally crooked, completely crooked. But now let's just look at this for a minute here. Even if this right here, I'm going to start walking back through. I'll show you what we have, what's going on. Even if this is the new easement, so to speak, that they switched it way over to here, this is in violation. This is within our legal right-of-way. You know, it's just insanity. And not only this concrete pad that I'm walking on, but over here is the new septic tank and drainage field. And again, it is on our legal right-of-way. I mean, this is completely illegal. You cannot do this. We have a deed stipulating that we have a legal right-of-way. Right there you can see the cap for the septic tank, and I'm not sure, cap and breather, whichever one there, whatever. But this is a septic tank. You can see, I mean, this is clearly, we're driving our vehicle back through here. This is not our legal right-of-way. Okay, they faked this one. They moved our whole road over to here. How is this legal? I don't understand. This is our actual, where the road used to be. We're supposed to have 50 feet from here over to there. And yet they put this drainage mound, and I mean, again, you can see right there, pointing straight, is the actual road that came in. They put this thing on it, and the sewage septic system thing that I'm standing on. Completely illegal. So that's what we're dealing with right now. And it's just been very, very vexing. You know, we prayed about this property issue when we first came here, and we bought our land first way back in 2013. And the idea was we were going to live on our land. That was our dream, to live on our property. I'm going to walk back the easement here. And, you know, we tried to be nice to this guy. He was a drunken Roman Catholic from New York City. And we tried to be nice. We did everything we could. We made food for him. We helped him. and he just walked all over us the whole time. And when I finally got a chance to preach the gospel, when he was actually sober, he cussed me out. And it was a few months after that he was dead. So it's just insane. And we tried to buy the property originally, you know, and we're going to try to do a mortgage or something like that, which I'm not really for that, but we were trying to do whatever we could. The realtor who had it found out that he's a member of the Elks in Holton. Probably some other Masonic stuff there too, but he basically just stalled for months on end. Claimed it was the people that owned the property that were stalling. It's been a ridiculous nonsense. I mean, 2015, pretty much the whole summer that we were trying to build, we couldn't build because the bridge area where I did a lot of my outdoor videos, the bridge area was completely blown out, and this guy, it's his responsibility according to the deed to take care of the right-of-way legal easement that goes back to our property. It's a half-mile back into where our property starts. He's supposed to take care of the right-of-way. He never did. And then he tried, you know, we didn't know, and so he's like, oh, you got to help pay for this and stuff. So we were actually paying money to this guy. He scammed us out of money. It's been a nightmare. And right now, basically where we're at is we're not really sure what we're going to do as far as keeping the place and things. It's looking like we're going to have to sell it, which is a real frustration to me. I mean, after over 3 years of trying to make this thing work, trying to come back in here and build and things, and I'm building myself, you know, I'm not hiring anybody to build, and you know, we're trying to live as cheaply as we possibly can. And you know, it's just, you know, I know that this world is not our home. I understand that. I know the Bible talks about, you know, Paul talked about having no certain dwelling place. I know that. But it's just like, I just want to provide, you know, for my wife and son, and it's so frustrating, you know. And yeah, there's some Vasa there, son. Yeah, Oliver's there. He likes to play in the water. But you know, it's been very, very vexing. And you can see behind me here, right over there, is the old trailer that was once here, or that was once up at the thing, and that was not ever parked in the spot where it currently, his newer trailer is. It's so, you know, it's just I mean, we've been praying about this thing and we've been struggling with it. I mean, again, if you've seen some of my older videos, you probably saw some of the frustration. As I was saying, you know, we're trying to build back in here and the bridges just keeps getting blown out. We keep having beavers, you know, damming up the culverts, and it's been rough. So more than likely we're going to stay in the state of Maine. We love it here, but probably we're going to have to move from this area. This property right now, we've been working, oh boy, sometimes 12 hours a day, trying to get the place ready for sale. That property, the property down there, is going to be going up for auction the first week of June, and we have to have our property ready to sell by then. So I apologize that we haven't been bringing out any sermons recently, but that's what's going on. We are having to put our place up for sale. It's been a very bad situation for years and years and years, and it's just heartbreaking, all that we've had to go through. I'll pan around here. You can see behind me, this is the spot where I've done many, many sermons. It's beautiful, but it just has been a continuous nightmare, and the nightmare is not ending, unfortunately. I hope you can hear me with all this wind. It was windy yesterday. I tried to record a video yesterday on this, and it didn't come out too good because it was so windy. But I'll show you another place here. Show you what else here. This is let me flip the camera around again. Okay, sorry about that. The camera only records for a little bit of time. This right here is always where the bridge gets knocked out. Again, my neighbor, he did not put these culvert pipes in correctly. I don't know if you can see right there. Right there is the end of the culvert. I dug this out yesterday in hopes that I could get this culvert opened up, but he put the culvert so that the front end is down and the back end sticks up. Didn't know what he was doing. Of course, he was half drunk when he put them in. And this is his responsibility. I mean, it's, you know, I was here, I tried to help him and whatever, but there's 2 more culverts under there, buried in the mud. You know, beavers just have a time of doing things. So to everybody that's been praying, we thank you for your prayers, but right now everything's just really up in the air for us. And I mean, we bought this really old house in town that's, you know, in very bad shape, but we bought that place just as a temporary place to stay while building back here, and that just hasn't happened. And you know, I'm sure I'm probably going to get people saying, well, if you had a regular job, you know, people are so brainless. You know, if I had a regular job, that means I would have had less time to come back here to build. So, and this isn't about, you know, amounts of money or anything else. You know, it's just about, you know, we own the land back in there, and just trying to get back into build. But it's just been a real bad situation. So at this point, what we need prayer about is the Lord's leading in this, because we're going to be putting it up there. We're going to be bringing a realtor back here on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, and he's going to be, you know, we're going to be talking about it and stuff, and he's going to list it for sale. And like I said, it's really kind of hard to do that after so many years of trying to make things work and just going back in there and you know, trying to build completely off grid, you know, way back in the woods. Very hard to access it. You know, I was in an ATV accident trying to get building materials back in there, got hurt really bad last year. But you know, we have no choice. If we get another neighbor that somebody comes in there and buys it, and they say, tough apples, you know, we bought the property as is, and we don't care about your legal right of way. Well, I was advised by a lawyer on that. I was told go see a lawyer, so I got an attorney and stuff, and they said, you know, the guy basically told us that there's really not a whole lot I can do about it because the value of the property is so low that the court costs could exceed the value of our land. So I'm going, so, and he advised me, he said, if you want to clear up this easement issue, you're going to just need to buy the property. And I said, so let me get this straight. My neighbor puts a trailer illegally on our right of way, and the only way for me to clear it up is to buy the trailer that he put on the right of way. How is this fair? You know, he does something illegal and I have to pay for it in order to make things right. It's just really messed up. So that's what we need prayer about, just for the Lord's leading. This has been a major hindrance in our lives. There have been so many times I should have been studying, so many times I could have been preaching the word. I mean, it should have been just a simple thing, go back in, build, and we have our place. But it has never happened that way because of this constant problem and hindrance of dealing with our neighbor over here. It's just been a nightmare for over 3 years now. So that's where we're at. Just as an update to the property situation. I think that you can see now what we've been going through. And again, we're trying to do this because we want to be debt free, so we're not a burden on the body of Christ. You know, it's frustrating. And one more little piece of advice too, by the way. I know some of you out there are talking about, you know, buying land in a remote area and building and things. If you ever buy land, do not ever buy anything that has a right of way. You know, a road that goes through somebody else's property to get to your land. Don't ever buy it. Okay? Take it from us. So that is going to be it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to everybody for your prayers. Until this whole thing happens, the first week of June, I'm going to be doing a little bit of videos probably, but we're going to have to be working hard to get this place ready for sale. We just cannot afford to have somebody come in, buy the property, our neighbor's property, and then make a problem for us, and then we aren't going to be able to sell our place, and it's going to be real bad. So that's why I haven't been doing many sermons. Please keep us in your prayers.